Yo, welcome back to the channel. Kamusta sa inyong lahat? Cantarella, the latest character to send the gacha community into a complete meltdown. You'd think Kuru Games had committed some heinous crime, but no, it's just a character design. A very stylish, elegant, and yes, revealing design. And as usual, certain corners of the internet have gathered to clutch their pearls and declared that the sanctity of gaming has been forever ruined. But here's the real question. Why are Hoyoshills so mad? Why the hate and ignorance? Is it really about design or is it about something deeper? Maybe, just maybe, most of these haters don't actually appreciate art. They see a beautifully crafted character with intricate detailing, enhanced jiggle physics, an aesthetic that fits the game's atmosphere, and their first thought is, too much skin, very very bad. It's almost as if they lack the ability to differentiate between the virtual world and the real one. Or perhaps they simply haven't had enough exposure to women and their charms. Because if they did, they'd understand that femininity and beauty in character design are nothing to be afraid of. Or worse, they're the kind of people who think art should only be about practicality, as if Michelangelo should have put pants on David just to appease the most fragile members of society. Either they can't separate fiction from reality, they have no appreciation for aesthetics, or they're just deeply, deeply lonely. Maybe all three. When Brant was released, no such outrage was seen, and yet the man walks around with his chest hanging out, looking like a Captain Jack Sparrow knockoff who got his costume from a Salvation Army thrift store. Yet no one batted an eye. Players continue to support him, pulling for him, not just because of his dashing spectacle of a look, but because of what he can actually contribute to their accounts. The double standards are as predictable as they are ridiculous. If Cantarella's design makes you uncomfortable, maybe the problem isn't the game. Maybe it's just you. In today's modern world, there are laws in big cities like Toronto and Melbourne where women are allowed to go completely topless outside. Equal rights mean equality even when going shirtless, and Wuthering Waves isn't for kids. This is a game for people who wants more challenge and appreciates a more mature theme. Of course, Wuthering Waves is just a gacha game. This is par for the course. It's a game that thrives on creating a diverse cast of characters to appeal to different audiences. Some characters will be reserved and elegant, some will be bold and eye-catching, and others will just exist to exude pure fan service. This is how these games work. If you want a completely sanitized, sterile experience where character design doesn't evoke any strong reactions, maybe you're in the wrong gaming genre. Most of these so-called haters probably just don't appreciate art. They see a striking, beautifully designed character and immediately go into panic mode. Maybe they're the kind of ultra-conservatives who think fictional women should dress like medieval nuns. Perhaps they just can't differentiate between the virtual world and the real one. Perhaps they simply haven't had enough exposure to women and their charms, because I have a gut feeling that these haters are hating simply because it's Wuthering Waves, a game that simply won't EOS. Meanwhile, Wuthering Waves players are hot-blooded connoisseurs of peak femininity. We want a real, strong woman, one who doesn't just swing a sword but visually inspires our very souls and loins in the thick of combat. A true queen who leads us into battle, fierce, breathtaking, and unapologetically stunning, with the jiggle physics to go with it. But let's entertain the Hoyoshills for a moment. Let's assume that the game would be better if every character was designed with the most conservative sensibilities possible. Do we really want that? Do we want a future where every character wears the same dull, uninspired outfits just to avoid offending a handful of people? If so, then congratulations! you've just advocated for the most boring game imaginable. Honestly, a lot of these people complaining probably wouldn't recognize good character design if it hit them in the face. These are the same folks who see a Renaissance painting of a woman and go, "Wow, why is she so naked? This is clearly propaganda." The kind of people who forget that art, yes, even digital, gotcha game character art, is meant to be expressive. Maybe they're the type who thinks video game characters should dress like they're about to attend a Victorian era funeral. Or maybe, just maybe, they're terrified of beauty itself. Because let's be real, some of them are probably just angry they don't have the social skills to talk to real women. So they lash out at fictional ones instead. Truly sad. And for those who insist that character design should always prioritize realism, sure, let's make every character wear the most historically and practically accurate gear possible. Let's put Cantarella in a full suit of armor, remove all colors from her outfit, and make her wield a weapon twice her size, while moving at half the speed. Let's make everyone look as unremarkable and as miserable as possible so we can achieve peak realism. Because that's what people really want in a fantasy game, right? Absolute, unrelenting mediocrity. But in reality, Wuthering Waves is just doing what every successful gacha game has done before it, diversifying its roster to keep players engaged. Cantarella's design isn't the first to be revealing, and it probably won't be the last. If anything, this controversy is just another example of how Hoyoshills will throw a tantrum the moment they see a character that doesn't fit their censored, infantilized view of the world, especially when that character belongs to Wuthering Waves. So let's call this for what it really is: a sheer hatred of Wuthering Waves and a lack of understanding of the game because we want Cantarella beyond her looks. While her stunning design certainly enhances her appeal, it's her gameplay contributions that make her a must-pull. She's an absolute game changer for many team compositions, and it just so happens that she also boasts peak jiggle physics. That's the real problem for these haters. They can't cope with the idea that we actually care about her performance first and foremost, while also appreciating her top-tier aesthetics as a bonus. We recognize value where it exists. We aren't pulling for Cantarella solely because she looks good. We're pulling because she will dramatically improve our teams and our accounts. Her design is simply the cherry on top. If you're mad about that, maybe the issue isn't the game. It's your refusal to accept that beauty and strength aren't mutually exclusive. And if that's the case, maybe it's time for you guys to try Wuthering Waves instead of wasting your energy hating on it. And on that note, if you enjoyed this video, make sure to smash that like button, subscribe, and drop a comment letting me know where you stand on the Cantarella controversy. Are Hoyoshills just mad for the sake of being mad? Or do you think they have a point? Let's get the debate going. And if you want more unfiltered, no-nonsense takes on Wuthering Waves, hit that notification bell so you never miss an upload. Thank you so much for watching this video. Maraming salamat po, and I will see you in the next one. Goodbye.